Good morning, my dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are well. Stay home, stay safe. So, students, let us continue with our third chapter of grammar, that is adjectives. In the previous video, we discussed about the kinds of adjective, and today we are going to discuss degrees of adjectives, which are known as degrees of comparison also. So degrees of adjectives are known as degrees of comparison. What do you mean by comparison? Comparison means to compare one thing with another one thing, or to compare one thing with more than one things. So we are going to discuss them, the degrees of comparison and its kind, one by one. Degrees of comparison are used when we describe a person or a thing. So first kind of comparison or first degree of comparison is positive degree, when actually no comparison is made. This is used for when we only describe one thing or a person. There is no comparison between two things or more than two things. We are talking about only one person and one thing. Second is degree of comparison, that is comparative degree. Here, as a name is itself telling you that comparative. So here we will compare one thing with another one thing. Like one, here two persons are shown and they are comparing each other. So here one is tall and another is taller. So here they are comparing themselves. When one thing is compared with another one thing, or one person is compared with another one person, that is known as comparative degree, and we generally add er prefix with positive degree to make it change into comparative degree, like tall, taller, short, shorter. And here painful, more painful, hopeful, more hopeful, beautiful, more beautiful. This is how by adding er in the positive degree we have changed it into comparative degree. Look here, the boy is fast on his bicycle, but I am faster. Two persons, two nouns are compared with each other, fast, faster, so it is comparative degree. When we say that the boy runs fast, here no comparison, positive degree. When we say that that bicyclist is running faster than the another one, then comparison is made between two nouns, so it is comparative degree. But here are some exceptions, like we do not need to add just er with positive degree every time. Sometimes we have to make it change with another one, like good will not change into gooder, it will change into better, bad, worse. These are exceptions. Many or much will change into more to make it change into comparative degree. So here little is positive degree and less is comparative degree. Far, farther, or further. Old is positive degree, older or elder is comparative degree. Now superlative degree, which is third kind of degree of comparison. Superlative degree is used when comparing more than two people or two things. When we compare more than two things or two nouns, then we use superlative degree. And keep it remember that we always use the article before superlative degree. Fast, faster, fastest. Here fast is simple positive degree, faster is comparative degree, and fastest is superlative degree. Slow is positive degree, slower is comparative degree, and slowest is superlative degree. So this is how by adding er and est we have changed positive degree into comparative degree and superlative degree. Look at the example. He was the fastest in the bicycle race. So here one person or one noun is compared with so many, more than one. So here we have used superlative degree. But here are also some exceptions of the rule. Good will not change into gooder, goodest, bad, better, baddest. Rather, we will use good, better, best, bad, worse, worst, many more, most. So these are the exceptions of the rule. Rule is we have to add er and est, that is a main rule, but here these are the exceptions. Now keep these rules in your mind whenever you will form the comparative degree and superlative degree from positive degree of comparison. Now look at some more adjectives and the correct use of these adjectives. Actually these are known as quantifiers also, which will tell us the quantity of noun or pronoun. So let us start discussing with some. Some is used in affirmative sentence. Like when we speak about countable noun or uncountable noun in positive sense, then we use some. Like some friends. Here friend is countable noun and we are speaking this sentence in positive way. He has some friends with him. So here we have used some adjective with countable or it may be uncountable also and positive sentence to offer or request. So here some is an adjective used with friends. Any. Any is also used with countable or uncountable noun, but it is always used in negative sentences. Like she doesn't have any friends. We are talking about her friends in negative sense, that she doesn't have any friends. There isn't any milk means no milk or almost no milk. So here we are talking in negative sense, so we have used any adjective. Now little and a little. Little is used with uncountable nouns, a small amount or quantity. We had little time to prepare for the test. Little is used in negative sense means almost none, and a little is used means we are having positive sense at least some. We had a little time means at least some time we are having, and little time almost none. A little, at least some, and little, almost none. Likewise same few and a few. Few is used with plural and countable nouns, and a few is also used with plural and countable nouns. Difference is few is used with negative sense means few students, almost none, and a few is used with positive sense means something, some students, at least some were there. So here few in negative sense and a few in positive sense. Now much. Much is used with uncountable nouns. Like much ice cream. You can't count the ice cream. So here much time. You can't count the time. It is used with uncountable nouns, usually used in questions or negative sentences. Like how much ice cream do you want? So here it is question form, it is interrogative sense. There you have used much. Now many. Many is used with plural countable nouns, and it is also used mainly in questions and negative sentences. Much and many, the difference is only one. Many is used with countable nouns and much is used with uncountable nouns, but both are used in negative sentences or interrogative sentences. How many cookies do you want? Interrogative sentence. There are not many cars on the highway today. Now negative sentence. So many is used in countable plural noun and question and negative sentences, and much is used with uncountable noun. Now we have already learned the use of few, a few, little, a little. Now the few and the little. The few and the little are used in particular sense. Like the little thing you gave me was not enough for me. Now we are not talking about anything, the little one. The few students who were present yesterday learnt a lot. We are not talking about any student, we are talking about the particular ones. So here the article, whenever it is used, we are talking about any particular thing. Now as I told you, these are known as quantifiers. So they are used with which kind of sentences. It is a table to make you aware about these things. Now another adjectives: elder, eldest, older, oldest. Elder and eldest are used with close family relations like brother, sister, daughter, sons, and older and oldest are used with person who are not having any blood relation with us or anything or object. Like Taj Mahal is the oldest building, so we are using oldest word with Taj Mahal. This, that is a thing, not a person. Neeraj is older than Pankaj. When we compare two persons, they who are having no blood relation, we use older. If they are having blood relation with each other, then we will use the word elder. Likewise, later and latest denote time, and later and last denote position. We shall be going to hills in the later April of part of the April, denoting time. What is the latest news? Denoting time. And later and last are used for denoting position. Now nearest and near. Nearest denote distance and next denotes position. Who lives nearest to the school? It is pointing out the distance. Her house is next to mine. It is denoting position. So these are the most famous adjectives, and we have learned the correct uses of these adjectives. So keep doing practice of these adjectives, as practice makes a man perfect. And as you know that grammar is like a game. The more you play, the more you practice, the more you become perfect. Thank you.